When I like to try to cover as much water as I can, I try to find these open bays next to these little isolated clumps of buggy whip heads, and you find this nice eelgrass. And when I like it where it's not so thick you can't even fish it, where you got clumps here and there when it's patchy, you get fish that will get in these little open areas, and then they spawn in these little bedded areas. And when I run these like this ninja worm, like a speed worm type bait, you know, cut tail worm, and you can just chuck and wind, and you can drop it in them pockets, and then it just becomes a big player in this you know, your search. You're searching for these fish, you know, chucking and winding, going through here. You can just cover a lot of water, and you get overwhelmed if you come in these areas and like, man, it's all the same. But some areas might be just matted out grass, and some areas might have just a wall of buggy whips and or cattails, and you start getting bit in that, then you start searching for the same scenario. And you just, any fast moving bait, you can just chuck and wind, and locate these fish. Oh, come on. Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, on the old speed worm, ninja worm. Oh, just like I thought, she would be right there. This lay down stuff, that stuff was collecting heat, all this dead vegetation. Nice little bass. Little buck bass. So when I'm fishing this speed worm, what I do is I either use fluorocarbon when it's nice and gin clear water, but if it's a little bit stained water, I'll go with a braid. Either braid or fluorocarbon. I like to throw it on a 7.4 medium heavy. It's got enough backbone to pull the fish out of the weeds and this heavy vegetation when they get you wrapped up, but it also has a good tip to it and the length to get really far casts out of it. You know, you get your distance out of that tip. You know, it really flings it out there, which you can see. I like to burn it, and I can have a lot of control, and sometimes you can get more reaction out of them if you're burning the worm. And I use an 8-to-1 gear ratio. You can just really cover some water with this thing, just chucking and just burning it like that, and then you can just slow it down. It's a real versatile gear ratio reel. Nice fish. Oh, come on out of there. Nice little chunk. Came out from underneath that grass patch right there. They're getting bigger. You can see that I'm burning this speed worm just right underneath the surface, just waking it. And you can see when one comes up behind it, so there'll be a secondary wake, and then that's when I kill it, drop it, pop it a couple times, and they've been committing to it then. If you just keep on burning it, a lot of times they won't get it. They'll just follow it up until they lose interest.